Yes, my people. Elite Series back once again. Elite Series, crazy. What a start, man. AUDI League is back again, I should say. AUDI League, that's right. You already know. Round 5 and 6 right now. And 2 rounds to go in the AUDI League. And let's see how things are shaping up right now in the standing, because that's the most important thing right now. Who's going to have the bragging rights going into Elite Series? And you have to say, I'd say for everyone in this 6 apart from Joey, they've all got a chance here. Let's look at it right now. More drivers joining as well. Andrea's also in the mix. Get in. So more and more drivers joining the mix. But yeah, looking at the standings right now, Ethan is a 2-point lead over Mateus, and then Cam is in 3rd place, 17. Drive H on 4th on 12. So realistically, it will be one of, I'd say, one of Joel, Ethan, J Jeff, Driver to get this title here at the end. But if anyone's going to beat Ethan, you're going to need to get a serious effort, put in a serious shift, because I mean, Ethan did tell us he's good at this track. He did tell us he's good at the track, so the pressure is on, not only for everyone else, but for Ethan especially. Oh gosh, I just lowered my chair. Raise my chair back up. But yeah, if you guys just joining, welcome to the stream. You know, you already know. If you haven't already, check out the Ultimate Racing 2D2 GCOR Manager simulation. Chicona's running that one there, man. It's a banger. I tell you, it's a banger, man. Make sure you join if you haven't already. Still a lot of what's that called? Team Principal. The Team Principals slots are still up for grabs there, so get joining, get joining, get joining. And they asked these guys they're ready for qualifying, because obviously we are counting down the minutes, the seconds right now until qualifying begins. So let's see if these people are ready to start. So we've seen the first livery reveal, and it's Panther Supersport livery. Back to basics, back to the Lexus, right back at home. I'll be honest though, man, the livery on the Lexus for Panthers, it really does pop out more. Like, we can't deny that. We can't deny that. It does look good on the Lexus, man. You don't know what's happened this season anyway, though. Alright, looks like everybody's ready, so let's begin. Alright, 10 minutes of qualifying, let's do it. Trial Mountain. This is the first time that GCOR GT is ever going to Trial Mountain, you know. We've never been here before in GCOR. So let's find out who's gonna be the first driver to take pole right here. I'm seeing drivers, the first car to come out. Ethan and Joel car. One car basically. They're eventually going to separate out and then make contact with each other as well. Who's going to come out in better form right there? I think Ethan ahead, and I think he survived with no damage as well. Joke no damage as well, so he's letting everyone else pass, so that's going to be important. Andrea at the back of that pack, that's going to be important. J Jeff back into the pits. So it is driver that's first up then, as we can see. So driver is first, and he's got quite a way. There's Ethan behind, and then Joker's behind him, Joke behind him. So There's a bit of a pack between them. I think Joey dropped back, so driver's just got space, and that's a veteran move. That's a veteran move, because you want to have that space between yourself and others so that you can purely focus on your lap. And I mean, some of the veterans, some of us used to do it like, we didn't really used to practice that much, so qualifying, that first opening out lap was your practice lap. You quickly get the feel for the car and the limits that you can take it to around the track, and then when it comes to your flying lap, you're just exploiting those limits and stretching it as far as you can. So to have your own space is crucial for these out laps. As driver H now starting his first flying lap, let's see what he can do. Ethan next up behind him, and Ethan seems to have pulled a little bit of a gap to Joke. I think Joe Cast was there as well, but Joe Cast dropped back behind the fin, so he's going to have his space. So now everyone's kind of got their own space now, so the field beginning to stretch out a little bit, and I think that's to their benefit that they're doing that right there. Driver H exited the tunnel, bit of wheel spin on exit, but he seems to be okay. Let's see the first sector split. What is it saying? 26.3. Ethan next to cross that split there. He's on 26.3 as well. Joe 26.3 too. This is incredible. Joe Cast a bit behind 26.9. 26.9 from Joey as well. Have a look to Andrea to see his split. And Andrea's 27.6. We just wait for J Jeff then to cross the line to end his first sector split. I think we're going to get to the second sector of driver before. So let's see what his second sector is saying. Driver's second sector 101.3 and J Jeff 26.6, so he's not too far behind Ethan and the rest of them. 101.0 for Joke. I didn't see Ethan's one though. We didn't see Ethan, so Ethan could still well be in play here. 101.7, so I think it looks like Joke is up on everyone so far. Let's see what they have to say then. Drivers first to reach the line, out the last corner. And the GT3 Season 3 champion to come across the line and set a 39.0. Ethan now has beaten that by over a second. Joel to cross the line. Can he improve on that? No, he's 6 tenths behind. Now we wait for Joey to cross the line. 107.7 to beat 137.7, I should say. And no one's coming close right now. Andrea next up. Can he come close? He's not close enough. 40.2. It's just J Jeff now to see what he can do. Ethan wasn't lying, it seems, when he said he was strong at this track. And this will do him a lot of good in the championship here. Because to be fair, Ethan could actually wrap this championship up in this race. 39.5 for J Jeff. So it's advantage Ethan as they end the first round of laps. And everyone went out for another one. I mean, went into the pits to change tyres, with the exception of driver Joey and J Jeff. We didn't see drivers first sector. Let's see if he's improved in the middle sector, and he has by 2 tenths. So in the battle for P2, this is going to be important. We saw that battle between Joke and driver last time for the win. We might see another battle like that today. Who's going to get the advantage out of those guys? Joey now looking to race to the end of the second sector. He's also up by 2 tenths, and he's breathing down driver's neck as it stands right now in terms of position and time. A driver coming to the end of the second lap. Has he maintained that improvement? The fuel's running low. Just getting everything out of the car as it goes to the line. 38.4, just behind Joel, and Joey's boxed. He's not content with the lap. Must have made a mistake somewhere. We don't know. Oh, he's actually just gone in on his own power. He hasn't reset the car. He's gone in on his own power. J Jeff, has he been impeded there? J Jeff's into the pits. Then he's going into the pits manually as well. He's not doing it. He's not gonna reset the car. So a lot of people now starting their lap. Go first to Jock. Also coming out there was Joey in the background. Jock is first though. I think someone else is also ahead. Is driver, but he's on the out lap, so we are still focused on Jock right here. Joke on his way. Didn't catch the first sector. Let's see what happens in the middle sector. Joke can only manage P2 last time out in Tokyo. What has he got here? Still in P2, just about, by under a tenth of a second. It's all about catching Ethan though. He's near 3/4 of a second clear of the rest of the field right now in his own league, and Ethan is right behind Jock right now on track as well. So all to play for in the final 3.5 minutes, and Jock is up by 4 attempts. Is Ethan purple in the middle sector? Let's see what he can do. Yes, he is. Was there ever a doubt, really? Who's behind on track? Andreo, half-second penalty. So this lap won't count. Joe Cast is also in the mix. Didn't see his time either, but it's going to be all about Joe as they head to the end of the lap now. Third sector. And Joker's really pushing for it. All about the exit. Right up against the wall. And what is the time is the question. Not improved. He's not improved. Ethan looks like he might improve though, and he has improved by a tenth. He's getting further and further away as Ethan. And the question is, in these last 2.5 minutes, is anyone going to be able to catch him here? I don't know if anyone's going to be able to catch Ethan. He's showing levels right now, we can't deny it. Driver H is on the lap. You look on board. Up by a tenth, so P2 might be in a precarious position for Jock right now. Driver muscling the car through. The twists and turns of Trial Mountain is a test for some. At the moment, Ethan full marks right now. Look at anyone find a mistake in one of the corners, in one of the turns. And here comes driver. I think he tagged the wall a little bit there. Does that cost him in the long run? The race to the line is on, and he's not done it. Driver's got one more chance though. Coming up behind, Andreo ending his outlap. Who's still on their push lap right now? I think Joey's the next up. J. Jeff right behind him as well. In hot pursuit, the two Panthers are roaring down the track. Okay, they find any success right now. Currently 4th and 5th. And Joey was once challenging driver's time, and drivers just got further and further away from him. And for Joey, realistically, this is the last chance. His fuel is too low to go for another run. He has to get it right this time. He exits the final corner well. Joey, it's a last-ditch effort. Can he find an improvement? He finds an improvement in his time, but not in his position. And here comes J. Jeff. Can he do anything right now? He improves, but it's not enough. Does J. Jeff have the fuel to go again? I don't think he does. We look at Andreo. He's on the way. Joe Cast in the pits. Seemingly done for the day. No, he's not done for the day. I take that back. Who's in the pits then? It's the two Panthers that's in the pits. They've retired for the day. They're not having it. Andrea's finding massive improvement. Could he challenge J. Jeff right now? And again, this is Andrea's last chance as well to put together a good lap. And he's putting it together. On board with him. Panther Sinsport reserve driver for this season. The man that's very familiar with that Lexus. Piloted for Airspeed in Season 1, Elite Season 1. He's back in the car. The confidence is up. Has the time found him? He's found time, but not position. Stays P6. Who's next across the line? I think it's driver. It's not his Joke. Joke's got 8 attempts to make up here. But the question is, can he find those 8 attempts? And he's also trying to get away from driver H in the process. Joke to the line. This looks quick. He's found the time. Can you believe that? Has Ethan got reply here? Oh my days, what a time. What a lap from Ethan. He finds the time at the last. But driver H is also looking quick right now as he crosses the line. But the time was invalid. I think that might have been P2. I can't believe this. Joe Cast is still to go. But Joe Cast, is this quick enough to go up into the midfield? Not quite. Well, what a set of last laps there from the top three. Ethan survives. I mean, they threw everything at him there. But again, Ethan just shows he really was not lying when he said he was good at this track. And he's ready to clinch this championship, I reckon. Quality stuff here at the end of qualifying. That's what we like to see in the GCOR Audi league, man. Come on. Ethan on pole for the first time. He's got to be happy with that one. He's got to be happy with that one. It's in the Audi right now. It's the emotion's got to be high for Ethan. I'd see him post that one on TikTok, man. That'll do some numbers. Is that the pace we've been missing all along here? Obviously, you saw in Elite Season 2, and much of Audi League has had that pace. And there's a moment of brilliance there for the Frenchman right there. The pace just coming through. And has Ethan just put one hand on the Audi League title with that performance? You can't say that for sure just yet. Still got 40 minutes to go in the race. Let's see that qualifying. What a session. Ethan survives, takes pole by nearly half a second, but Joel can driver H threw everything at him. Obviously driver H lap was invalid, but he was dipping into them 137s. Joel 137.5 on the dot. And then the Panthers behind, Joey, J, Jeff, Andrea and Jocast rounding out the grid. This is going to be some qualifying session. I mean, some race. I can't lie, we have to end that race there, because I need to get a replay of that qualifying, man. I need to get a replay of that. That was sick. Replay has to get saved, man. Alright, let's edit the event settings then. You've got to do set by host, or remove qualifying. What a qualifying session that was, man. Nah, Ethan, you need to post one, bro. You need to post one after that. Changing fortunes, bro. Oh no. That's unfortunate. Alright, let me set the grid. Come on, Ethan, that's what we like to see, man. Need to see that TikTok. That's the grid, surely. Oh, and Mateus is coming as well, so wait, Mateus, how long are you gonna be, bro? This is a championship shake-up, potentially. It's not over. The championship. Oh, he's here. Mateus is here. So now P2 in the championship has arrived. We are in for a treat, I reckon. Something special. Because, I mean, Ethan might have thought he's about to win this championship in this race. He can still win it in this race. He can still win it in this race. But, if I'm honest, it doesn't look likely now. Obviously, the top 7 score points, so there's a chance. There's a chance that Mateus, if he finishes outside the top 7, and Ethan wins this race or scores more than I think it's 8 points. If he scores 8 points or more, then championship over. But so Ethan needs to outscore Mateus by 8 points to win this championship. Basically, he has to win. Basically, has to win. Tense silence right now on the grid. And everyone seems gassed, but what a session, man. Flip me. Here we go then. 5 seconds until AUDI League is underway for the penultimate round of the season. Something's telling me this is going to be a chaotic start to the race. We might have a safety car early on, but let's see what happens. AUDI League is back again. Ethan can win the championship with a perfect performance. He had a perfect qualifying. Can he convert that to the perfect race? You've got Joke alongside, Mateus in the back. Rivals everywhere you look. And full start for Ethan. Terrible start for Ethan. Joke has taken the lead at the start then. Joey's also passed. How did Joey get a good start there? But it's Joke in the lead. Joke leads into turn 1. Joey second. And Ethan's out wide. Ethan's out wide. Ethan's out wide. Ethan goes off. Ethan off in the background. Joke still leading Joey and J Jeff. Driver H fourth. On the inside, Andrea and Joe Cost doing battle. All sorts of battling going on. And Ethan is way out of this now. On the back foot. Damage in the first lap. In the first corner. J Jeff has taken second position from his teammate. Well, no teammates in AUDI League, but you know what I mean. J Jeff's now taking the lead. But goes all the way down. Just look how quickly the positions are changing up. It's volatile out there. Down the straight we go. The main back straight. In the lead is Joey right now. Drive H pushing him on. They're 3 wide, 4 wide behind. Look at this here. Andrea on the inside, but it's Mateus who gains, and J Jeff is trying to hang on with him. Joey's still leading as well. Drive H doing battle with him. Joe Cost looking to get involved in that too. All sorts of positions changing. Driver now takes the lead. Off goes J Jeff in the background, a bit wide. Mateus now looking to pick up more pieces and more positions. J Jeff still challenging him on the inside and holds on to third position. Driver now taking the lead. Can Joe Cast do anything about it? These guys used to be teammates at Red Bull Petronas back in season 1. Joe Cast looking to get a better exit than Driver. Ethan's in the pits early, so his strategy there, I think, has been ruined. He's going to have to change his strategy, abort mission. The two leaders are side by side though in the meantime for the race lead. Going into turn 1, who's going to be more brave? Drive H holds on. Joe Car slips in behind. We'll fight this another day. Oh, Driver's even gone wide himself. Driver goes wide and goes into J Jeff. Mateus has a half second penalty as well, so in all this, Joe Cast gains the most. Joe Cast gains the most. J Jeff in 4th. Andrea and Joke doing battle for 5th and 6th position. These two still side by side. Andrea holding position. Joke forced to keep behind. We look right on board with Andrea right now. You can see the battle between Driver and J Jeff as well in front of him. So Andrea's going to be in 2 minds. Let's see what he can do down the straight. Surely Driver's going to start pushing if he gets close to J Jeff. But look at Andrea's also closing on Driver. So all sorts of battles going on at Trial Mountain right now in the opening 2 laps. Andrea takes to the inside of Driver and takes 4th. Or does he? Goes a little bit deep though. Driver goes back underneath him and he's back to 4th place. Mateus still needs to serve that 0.5 second penalty. I think in the meantime, let's go back and see what happened with Ethan at the start then. If I got it. I did get it. So right on board with him. Look at it from this angle. See, like he got forced out wide there by driver, a bit of contact there, and he hits the wall. It's unfortunate there for Ethan. Brilliant qualifying session. And it seemingly all goes for nothing, straight down the drain. Although it's still a 40-minute race, GCOR's extremely wide there, keeps the car under control. But that's going to allow Mateus to claw back. The top two are now pulling a gap to the rest of the field. JJ's also got 1 second, 1.4 seconds to Andreo in fourth. Driver H, 1.2 behind Andreo. So a bit of gaps forming now. But Driver H and GCOR still battling. Some things just don't change in GCOR, we have to say. Look at these guys swapping the inside and the outside. GCOR cuts underneath. I think it's with trial mounted, there's many lines you can run on this track, and it's a very raceable track, man. I don't understand why GCOR haven't raced it more, man. I mean, if I was the owner, I would have changed it up, because it looks interesting right now. Joey's pushing Driver H behind to try and get back to GCOR, and at the same time Ethan is just slowly working his way back. Driver H and Joey both getting past, and that's the importance of teamwork, bump drafting, to benefit everyone involved. But GCOR is not having that at all, and he gets past Driver H, but he can't get past Joey just yet. Also, Mateus has got past GCOR in the meantime, so I think GCOR must have made another mistake. I'm not sure actually, because Mateus has rear damage on that Audi. GCOR's got no damage. This battle might not be over yet for the lead. If GCOR could just get himself ready as Driver H goes into the pits, then hard tyres seemingly not working for him. GCOR is on the charge right now. Right on board with GCOR. Can he get to the inside? I think he's wisely waited it out. Not wise to go for a move into turn one. I think sector one is the part of the lap that you don't really want to go for the move. Any part you want to go for the move is probably going to be close to the last sector. You're building it up. So you're going to give Mateus a bit more of an edge in the first sector, but then try and claw it back in the final two. I think that's what he's trying to do here. So Driver H has pitted and he's come out behind Ethan. Ethan's actually done well to catch up to the rest of the field. We can't deny that at all. Ethan's now only 7.5 seconds behind GCOR and 16 behind Mateus. So he's on that medium tyre. So I think the aim for Ethan is just consistency, going long as far as he can, and then when the pit stops cycle out, he should be in position to take the lead of the race, the net lead, I reckon. Mateus also has damage, we can't forget that, so that's going to keep GCOR coming back towards him in the long run, I reckon. If Mateus could keep GCOR at bay, he might have a chance of beating Ethan out. If we're thinking championship here, you have to say the ball is in Mateus' court right now. He's in control of things. Control got taken away from Ethan when he had that into the lap 1, turn 1. I mean, Ethan said no TikToks. I can't lie, Ethan, I'm about to make a TikTok now, bro. Speed. I need to be serious, man. Man. Mateus leading by 1 second, but again, you see it down the straight because of the damage. GCOR's able to close the gap down, so down the back straight you would expect GCOR to have the edge right there, and that's where he'd be more likely to strike. But just Mateus just so confident in that first sector, and what the hell? Ethan, ignore me, bro, ignore me. And GCOR has made the mistake there. GCOR goes into the wall. Let's see what happened with GCOR right there, because he's lost all kind of positions, and that allows Mateus to breathe a sigh of relief. Let's see what happened with GCOR. We didn't see the incident, but we just see him. I think he just went too deep there, but then that doesn't really look like it. I don't know, man. And he got half-second penalty as well, man. That's peak. That's peak. It's not funny, man. It's peak. So Mateus 4.3 seconds clear of JJF in second place. But for Ethan, let's see the gap between himself and Mateus. He's closing that gap rapidly. He closed it up by a second in this lap. So every lap Mateus stays out is a lap that he loses, like a amount of time that he loses to Ethan. But now Ethan is coming towards GCOR and the rest of the field. So now he's going to be spending time and possibly risking himself getting some damage. I'm not going to say that though, no commentator's curse right here. But do you know what I mean? There's always going to be risk involved when you're battling, especially at Trial Mountain of all places. Let's just see how Ethan copes with it. Because again, you really want to be playing those mind games when it comes to the drivers in front of you. Because Ethan does have that race winning ability today. Gets past Joe Cast down the straight. And Joe Cast does have damage as well, so he's not going to be as competitive in a straight line. Mateus got in. Oh my days! Are you serious? You got to see the replay of that one there. Safety car is out. Safety car is out. Safety car out. You got to see the replay of that engine damage there. Let's see what happened. If I can get the replay. You tell me I didn't save replay. Alright, taking the mic. Safety car's out anyway though. So it will be J Jeff to control the restart. J Jeff in control, and that allows, I think that's helped Mateus a lot then. But I can't lie, Ethan's effort to come back into this, that was a brilliant effort from Ethan. So now we know then, JJF in control. There's going to be a lot of stops being made, I reckon. I think everyone in the field is going to stop here. I'd expect everyone in the field to stop. About to see everyone coming toward the pit lane. JJF's in, Andrea's in, Joey as well, Mateus, Joke, everyone. Everyone's gone in. What about Driver? I think Driver's gonna be in too though, because he's got the damage. A little bit more damage on the car for good luck, I reckon. And he's in too. So everyone's in, and now it's about seeing what tyres they choose. Who's out first? First car out was Andrea, so Andrea will control the safety car restart. So Andrea will be in control of this then. Can I spell? Goodness gracious. So the top three then, Andrea, J Jeff, and oh gosh. Everyone's got no damage, so we're good. So top three then, Andrea, J Jeff, Joey. Ethan came out ahead of Mateus. So that has helped Ethan then. He's got track position ahead of his championship rival. Joke is in 6th place. Joe Cars, then it's Driver. So safety car will come in this lap. Everyone damage free throughout the field. Let's do it. So interesting choice of tyres then. I think it's Mateus and Joey have gone for the hard tyres. and Joe Cost as well. Everyone else has gone for the mediums, so that'll be interesting to see how the strategy plays out. Andrea chooses when to go. He's back in the field up, and now he goes. He's back the field up. But again, no overtaking to the line, so Andrea clear out at the start. That's how you restart a race right there. Andrea all by himself, 8 tenths out. J. Jeff in second, Joey in third. Everyone got held up again. Remember, everyone got stacked back. So Andrea and J. Jeff now in clean air. Ethan's now breathing down the neck of Joey and already takes that move down the inside. Mateo's trying to follow suit as well. And he can't do it. He can do it actually. Joey's forced out wide. Joker's also taken a position off of Joey. So Joey's gone from 3rd down to 6th place at the restart. Andrea with all the space and time in the world. Ethan 3rd place. Mateus 4th place. Joke 5th place. What is wrong? Okay, here we go. Now I've got it. It's fixed. Look at this here, the battle for 2nd place. Ethan versus J. Jeff. He's caught him. And Ethan on the inside, breaking zone. Oh my days! And J. Jeff tried it. He tried to break later, but it just didn't work out. Too deep, and he loses the place to Mateus right there. He loses the place to Mateus, and Mateus is now back behind his championship rival. He needs to pass him really if he wants to take back the lead of the championship. Joke and J. Jeff doing battle behind. Let's look at that one there for 4th place. Joke is past J. Jeff, but again it's just Andrea. He's clear in front of the field. Oh, my button's not working now. I have to use this. Try to change camera angle to see this one right here. Mateus getting his first look at 2nd position. It's Mateus sandwiched between Joke and Ethan. See, I'd love to get the view. You know that view that you get? This one right here. Love to see this view of it. Because when we go to the back straight now, this is going to be very interesting for Mateus. He has a decision to make here. Does he bump draft Ethan or does he try and pass him? Because whatever he does, he's now going to place Joke right in position. Ethan goes defensive. Ethan's anticipating the move here. But Joke is also going to be getting closer as this is happening. Mateus, it's decision time. What do you choose? Does he go to the inside? Of course he does. Mateus to the inside. He goes deep though. Ethan counter-attacking all the time, and he's back into 2nd place. And it's important because Mateus is doing this on the hard tyres as well. This is just allowing Ethan to rub out his tyres faster. Look at the fuel as well. Ethan's got way more fuel in the tank than Mateus does. I think Andrea and Mateus didn't refuel up to 100%. Now look at Mateus going defensive because that late move, that dive bomb, put him under pressure from Joke, and Joke is now looking to make an attack of his own. And Joke, who won last week at Tokyo, looking to make it back-to-back victories. But he has to get past Mateus, who also has a win in Audi League. Has to get past him first and then past Ethan, who's looking to get his first win. These guys were not kidding, man. The cars do go airborne in this track. No wonder there was engine damage there. That is crazy. Andrea still holding the lead. Coming under a bit of pressure now though from Ethan. Ethan unlocking the next level. Changing gears. And let's look at the replay then. Ah, this thing's broken. Hold on, let me just unplug it quickly and replug it in. Alright, we're back in the game. Let's see if I got the replay. Okay, so that was the crash there. That was the crash that brought out the safety car. So I did get it. And I see what Mateus was talking about. I see what he's talking about. And would you look at this? I've completely missed this here. What on earth has happened? Ethan's got another He's had another incident. What on earth? My replays are coming at the worst times, man. Mateus is now the leader. Andrea's down to third. And Andrea's saying he's sorry. But we need to know what happened there. That's completely ruined it for Ethan then. He's... Again, the strategy has to change. Now what does he do? So now for Ethan, this becomes damage limitation. As Joker's now looking to make a move. That is so unlucky. I can't lie, it's commentator's curse though. I did say about the TikToks. I shouldn't have mentioned them. I shouldn't have mentioned them. My bad. But my days, man. And let's see if I got the replay though. No, it's not the replay. I didn't get it. Man, I thought I got it, man. But I guess we won't know what happened then. I have to look on the replays post-race to see what happened to Ethan right there. Is Joke close enough to make a move? Not quite. Let's see what Ethan did actually. He came back on the medium tyre, so same old for Ethan. Back on the medium tyres and is pushing till the end, I will assume. So he's got 23 seconds right now. Let's see what he can do. Can he make it back to Mateus? Anything can happen still in this race. We saw those crashes in the first sector, and that's the first sector is really the most the most likely part of the lap for you to make a mistake. So anything can still happen in this race right here. We've still got half the race to go, 20 minutes to go. What action-packed first half of the race it's been. And as I like to say, this is where the chess match really begins. Everyone's got distance between themselves now. Not much battling going on. It's all in the mind. Who blinks first? Who makes the mistake first? Do you know what I mean? When all those ancient warriors used to say, the battle is really won off the field. This is what we're saying right now. It's about the work that you're putting in these crucial parts of the race, these crucial stages, the midpoint of the race, the strategic decision making. Those flash decisions that you make will win or lose you this race, or win or lose you points. As we see Joe 1.7 seconds, 1.6 now behind Mateus. He's beginning to drop back a little bit, but he's still remaining within reach, so that if Mateus ever makes a mistake, Joe is right back on his case. And that's what's going to be important in the long run. Andrea's got front damage as well. Front damage, so that means that he's not as competitive down the straight. That means Joey can have a chance to reel him in slowly. J. Jeff is also in 5th position, and then there's a bit of a gap, because that's where the drivers who pitted are currently located. Ethan 9.2 seconds behind, but I'd expect that gap to start closing down, given the pace that Ethan is showing. Obviously you've got that 138.9. No one's really on that level of pace right now. I mean, Mateus 139.6, so let's see what he can do this lap as well. If he can go anywhere near that 38.9 of Ethan. Joker's closed him down there in the last corner. And I'll be honest, Joke with a 139.1 there, Joke is really gaining some confidence in the last part of that lap there, the final sector. Let's see what he can do then. He's building up an attack. It's all about building up to the back straight. And let's see if he can find some sort of opportunity, cultivate some sort of opportunity to get this move done here. People, if you're watching, let me know who you think's going to win this race in the chat, man. I see very few in the chat. Let's see, who do you think's going to win this one? Still many laps to go. Anyone's race, I reckon, at this point. Joke just not close enough just yet, but he's getting there. He is closing in. Look at this, under braking. If he can keep that gap down, he may have the chance. Andrea is on for a podium right now, first ever podium in GCOR. If he can hold on to this, but that front damage doesn't look good, and Joey is bearing down. Joey's first race back since the end of Elite Season 2. And I believe, I'm not sure, JJF will have to correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe he's reserve driver this season for the Panthers. Or is Joey the main driver again? We'll have to find out. Let's look at the driver lineup right now and see what's going on. He's reserve driver for this season. So, for Joey, what does this mean? He's got to prove himself all over again. Prove that he still got it. Because I mean, I can't lie, that last season must have taken a lot out of you. Look at the car going airborne for Andrea. He's really pushing the car, pushing himself. And Joke is getting closer to Mateus, trying to keep within distance, so then when he gets to the back straight, the slipstream becomes readily available. But Mateus just has the advantage in the first sector. Yeah, Gold, you can race next week, man. You can race next week. Anyone can turn up. Anyone can turn up. This is AUDI League, man. Anyone's invited. You see right now, they're going to war. And Joke is reeling him in right now. I mean, AUDI League's always been about first impressions. See, the first of many drivers. I mean, the first drives back for the likes of Mateus, Driver, and those people there, Jeff as well. Andrea, we haven't really seen them in a while. And they're proving they still got it. I mean, Mateus running for the championship right now. He definitely still has what it takes. I mean, we last saw Mateus racing GCOR back in GT3 era, Season 2. This was like early 2025, so over a year and a half ago now. Been a long time. And Mateus showing that he still got it. Mateus, do you know what's crazy? Mateus and Joke debuted in the same race. Do you know how bad that is? There's one, Mateus ain't gonna like me saying this, but one has got to be the best driver to never win championship, and the other one is commentator. And they're doing battle right now. Can you believe? The commentator showed that he could bring it to the champion, to the potential champions of GCOR, man. As previously, Mateus knows what he's talking about as he delivers commentary. But look at this here, as Joke is closer than ever. Can he reel him in with the slipstream? Look at the tyres though. Can Joke's mediums even survive to the end? Because he's going to have to focus on tyre management. If he doesn't get past Mateus soon enough, he has to start focusing on tyre management. Ethan is slowly gaining on Mateus, but I think Mateus is going to be good to the end, man. If we look at the fuel, actually, I don't think he'll be good to the end, you know, the fuel. He must be fuel saving now. He must be fuel saving all now. Mateus has to be fuel saving right now. Because Joke's tyres don't look good. Mateus' fuel doesn't look good. So, either way, this plays into the hands of Joey, I'd say. This plays into Joey's hands. And Andrea's, actually not Andrea, because Andrea's fuel is also low. But it's the same as Mateus, really. So I think Joey might be up in play now. If these guys have to pit again, and look at Joe ready to attack, he has to time this perfectly, because again, damage for these guys will finish both of them. They're both done for the day if they get damaged. Let's go on board with the Finn. As I said, man, greatest driver to never win the championship. 3 races won in GT3 and Elite. Has that race win capability, has the pole sitting capabilities, has the ability to get the fastest lap, podiums after podiums after podiums. I think he's got 3rd all-time podiums, 13 podiums in all competitions in Elite and GT3. These are 2 of the best to ever race in the league. And they're doing battle right now as we go down that long back straight. Who comes out on top? Joke to the inside. Mateus does well on the braking. Has he gone too deep though? Leaves a little bit of space. Joke's trying to exploit the space. But Mateus survives. He survives under braking. Did just enough there. hit the brakes slightly later, left a little bit of space to be desired, but ultimately it was enough. The late braking works out. And these guys are actually pulling away from Joey in the meantime, but then again they're going to be doing damage to their tyres and their fuel respectively. Surely in order for Matthias to keep up this level of pace, because Jolk has way better fuel and he's probably going to be wanting to get past Matthias as quickly as possible so that he can just finish off his fuel, use his tyres to the max and then pit again later on to go onto the softs. I think these guys are going to be in the pits one more time. So these guys got to make each other faster. That's the only option, I reckon. Unless they know something I don't know, they've got to make each other faster. I feel like Matthias could have this if Jolk wasn't there. That's the problem. Joey in P3 in the meantime, and for him it's got to be just be running his own race, because remember, the fate of those in front of you are out of your hands completely. You can't control that, but you can control your own race. He's cleared Andrea. He's got no focuses behind or ahead, just to finish and see out this race. And I think strategically he's in the best position right now on those hard tyres, and the hard tyres look good, they look fresh. He's ready to go, and if he can keep up this pace, if Matthias and Jolk were to pit, he'd come out ahead and he would have the advantage. Ethan is 5 seconds behind. He's gaining time on Matthias and Jolk slowly but surely. They're coming to the end of this lap and Jolk's mediums are beginning to die out. You see that right front is beginning to lose its life. Matthias, what does he do? He stays out. Jolk, I think Jolk's going in. He is going in. So Jolk blinks first strategically, and we could see that coming. We could see that coming. Now Matthias has to fuel save. He has to. He's got no choice. But I don't know if the fuel can last that long. I don't know though. I could be wrong. He's got to be fuel saving though. That's all important. That's what matters. So where does Joey come out in all of this? Tyres change for Jolk. He should have fuel to go to the end. He's straight out of the pits. And Jolk is actually, he's ahead. Jolk is ahead then of Joey. So that, to be fair, I take that back then. I take that back then. I do take it back. I take back what I said then. Ethan is not in this race then, unless Matthias does some severe fuel saving right now. Jolk is now on a chase down mission. So the question for Matthias then is, does he box? Does he box and so this is the thing. So Matthias is in danger. Does he box now and top up his fuel to cover off that undercut? Yes, he does. He's in. And as I said, chess moves going on right now. So, and also Matthias Matthias saying he doesn't have to pit, but then again, he boxes for entertainment. He says it's for entertainment, but I call this a chess move. He's boxed, soft tyres out, soft tyres on. Where does Jolk come out in this? Behind, but not by much. But I think Matthias on those soft tyres, he's going to blow the field away right now. We can't say that for sure though. Can Jolk stay with him? I don't know if he can here. I think he'll have one chance at this. Down the back straight. Jolk is still in play here. Because Matthias did not add fuel to the car. So if he's saying that he's good to the end, well then. Mateus is good to the end on fuel. To be fair, now we've got 7 minutes to go. Mateus could be good to the end here. He's just running his race right now, trying to get away from Jolt. Meanwhile, Jolt is trying to catch him, trying to stay near him. Look at this now, Ethan and Joey fighting over the podium place, and for Ethan this is going to mean a lot in terms of championship. Can he stay alive in the championship fight? Because as it stands right now, if I check the... yeah, it's going to be Mateus. It's looking rough. There he goes, there he goes. He's looking for it right now. On the inside, takes the position. He takes the position. It's not done yet though. Joey's still on the inside, but there's nothing he can do there. Ethan covers bases, and Ethan's up to third, maintaining his championship opportunity, his championship chances with that move right there. How pivotal was that? As we see that one again. Simple as you like. Ethan just focusing, keeping it together in the first couple of corners. See the car go airborne, the front wheels, and then he just sees the opportunity in the tunnel. Joey leaves the door open, and simple and plain, he gets alongside the Panther. I think Joey must have hit the wall there on the inside. That is the position belonging to him. So Ethan up to third place, and Mateus is just running away with this now, the soft tyre. The only thing that can stop him now is if, again, we've got to start looking at that first sector and see what people can do. Mateus sets a new fastest lap. That's another point lost for Ethan. So it's now a 3-point deficit at the front if it stays like this. Now that I don't think Ethan's getting to Jolt, so Jolt should be safe for P2 as it stands right now. Ethan is looking like P3 will be his, and I think we're looking at possibly 3 laps left of this race right now, so just 3 more laps to hold tight and make sure you don't make any mistakes, because a mistake at this point, especially if you're in the front 3, I mean, it's lights out. For whatever position you're in, because everyone can be caught at this point. Mateus 2.4 seconds clear. Let's see what the lap was as well. It's in the 37s, 37.8, 38.2 for Jolt, so advantage still with Mateus in terms of how quick the laps are. Joey's got front damage on that car, front left, so that brings driver into play for 4th position if driver can muster up some more strength. Let's see what happens then. I think we've got 2 laps to go. No, we've got 3, but we're gonna have 3 more laps after this, I reckon. Well, we'll see, we'll find out when it happens. Has Jolt got damage? Yes, he does. Jolt made a mistake there, or was it the same incident that happened with Joecast and with Mateus? The same incident that brought on a safety car when the car just goes airborne. It might just be that. It might just be that. That's happened to Jolt right there. The question is now, has he lost too much in all of this? So it will be 1 more lap then for Mateus after this. So he's coming to the last lap right now. Fuel tank looks low, but he's calculated it right. It should be good for 1 more go around. And now the question for Ethan is, no, he should be fine. Joke should be fine. Joke should be fine. Now Mateus fuel saving to the max, and I think that's helped by the fact that Joke went off in the early part of the first lap, or the last lap I should say, because now the pressure's off Mateus completely. He said he's doing extreme fuel saving, and to be honest, I don't blame him. So I said, when you go to war, you have to have all your strategies accounted for. You have to have everything calculated perfectly to the T, and Mateus showing that today. It's a good win for Mateus to come from the back to the front, and all the legends are appreciating. We've got Lightning in the building. Big up Lightning. That's a Season 2 GT3 champion right there. So all the champions coming out to recognise. And driver has got past Joey then. So that was the move that we was looking at, thinking that's the one that's most likely to happen. And driver has taken that position then. But he's got that half-second penalty as well to deal with. We'll see how that gets resolved. Mateus though, with a couple more corners to round. Only 2 left now. Mateus, it's been a chess war and a half. Everything against him started from the back. Ethan was in prime form. Jolt threw everything at him, and he survives yet again. Mateus, he's more than a commentator, man. He shows that once again. Mateus across the line, and he's going to take the win at Trial Mountain. The first ever GCOR race at Trial Mountain is won by Mateus. War of attrition. Mateus masters the mountain. Joke across the line to finish in second place. Ethan across the line in third. Can you believe? Driver serves that penalty and will come out ahead of Joey in the end. So Drive H 4th, Joey in 5th. And here comes Andrea and Joe Cast to finish things off. Joe Cast finishing in 8th place. Andrea 6th. Mateus on top once again in the Audi League, man. That's a great race. We can't deny that at all. Start to finish there was enjoyment. First half was action packed. And we got some things to check though. Let's get that replay saved, you already know. Check the results though. Mateus will take a 3-point lead going into the final round at Red Bull Ring next week. Joke finished second in that one. And is Joke is not in it for the championship then? I don't think he is. Let me see actually. No, Joke's not in it for the championship. He would have been, but obviously Mateus got the fastest lap, so it takes it out of his control. Ethan in third, he's still in it, so it's going to be Mateus versus Ethan for this championship right now. Next week, make sure you're there for that one, because that is going to be some race at the Red Bull Ring to decide who becomes the Audi League champion and who has the bragging rights going into Elite Season 3. Drive H 4th, Joey 5th, Andrea, J Jeff and Joe Cast finishing us off right there. Good race though, guys. Thanks everyone for turning up. Shout out everyone for turning up. Everyone who turned up, big up yourselves, and big up to everyone who watched, man. I saw a lot of people watching today. Big up yourselves, all of you. Thank you for turning up and watching and joining in. Make sure you follow us, you know, subscribe to the channel and follow the Instagram, the TikTok, on all socials, man. We're on all socials. Big race though today. Check out Audi League last round. Friday, you know the time, you know the place. Friday 9 PM UK time, and we're at the Red Bull Ring. Don't forget, Elite Series is 2 weeks away as well. Can't wait for, not 2 weeks, sorry, 3 weeks. 3 weeks, yeah. Elite Series 3 weeks away, so make sure you're there for Elite Season 3, man. It's gonna be a big season, special season, big things planned. Check out the Ultimate Racing 2D GCOR Manager check out everything, man. Shout out to everyone. GCOR history as well is coming up soon. I've postponed that video for a while now, I've been busy, but we're getting that done, you already know. So shout out to all of you guys again, man. And yeah, man, we'll see you next week for the final round of GCOR GT Audi League at the Red Bull Ring, man. I'm gonna investigate this replay right here, but you already know how it goes, man. See you guys next week. Shout out to you all. See you guys in a bit.